What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, MoreThanAdl. So today we are going to be talking about also known as the Arabian Prince. So today we are going to be talking about one of, I think, is it underrated right now?
I think it still is.
I don't hear a lot of people talking about this show. It's on Netflix and it's called DarK.
Exactly. Cool.
See, it just comes naturally.
The sound effect is like
explosions. DarK. Yeah, so today we are going to be talking about DarK. I'm only watching the first season right now. I'm 2 episodes from the finale, so this is going to be my first impression so far. And I'm going to record another video when I'm done with the 3 seasons, just to know if any of the things I predict do come through, or if I end up being blindsided. He has watched.
I have seen all 3 seasons, so I will not spoil anything. I will try not to give anything away to Abdul. We'll see what his predictions are like, and I have a very good poker face, so don't worry.
He kind of does. Okay.
And I did tell him about the show as well. So
he's one of the many people that told me about the show.
Good taste right here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Cool. So Abdul, what are your first impressions?
First impressions, it's a very, very impressive and thought-provoking show. And I love TV shows like that.
Let's discuss the plot, the overall plot. So season 1 starts.
Yeah. And I already knew it was about time travel.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just waiting to see how they were going to go about doing it, which they still haven't exactly revealed. But overall, it's a small town. It's about a small town in Germany. They have a nuclear power plant, and kids have been going missing every 33 years. Yeah, and like typical small town show, everyone is,
interconnected.
Exactly. So they went to the same high school together, and I think he's making that face because that's kind of the whole theme of the show. Because my friend who also watches it tells me everything is connected. So
oh man,
yeah,
it's one of those shows. Very confusing.
Yeah,
I found. Yeah,
I haven't found it confusing. Okay, it's kind of difficult to keep up with it.
Remind me, season 1. How many timelines do you see?
3.
The present day.
Yeah.
1980s
and 1950s. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's a hint at there being more timelines.
No.
Yes.
No.
So let me guess. First prediction. There's going to be more from the future. So it's going to be the involvement of timelines from 33 years into the future and 66 years into the future.
Okay, why would you say that?
It's only logical. Like right now I feel like what they've told us is that everything is intertwined and everything is a loop. Mm-hmm. So the things that happened in the past happened as a result of things happening in the present, and things happening in the present have to be as a result of things happening in the future.
Yes, that makes sense.
I think.
But then where does the loop reach to? Because the loop has to go back around at some point, back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So in which sense of the future does it then stop and go back to the beginning? If you see what I mean.
So at what point do they go back to like 1950?
And then start all over again? Because maybe the present is actually the most future aspect of the show.
Okay.
And maybe and then events in the present lead to their having to go back in time, and that's the loop. It's the loop, closed loop there. Doesn't have to involve going beyond that to the future. It could.
It definitely could. And what might give credence to that statement is not necessarily, you might be trying to throw me off, but it might be because at the point where I'm at, there is the device, right, which is meant to kind of mimic the time travel phenomenon that is occurring in the caves.
Yes.
Which they haven't really expanded on. So I think if it does end here, that means it's at this moment that they destroyed that machine. I don't know. I can't. Actually, I can't go any further.
I feel like this is one of those shows where it's very difficult to predict.
And you think you're predicting something.
You feel smart, and then
nope.
you get hit by a bus.
A big bus with a dumbass sign on it. Like, just shut up and watch the show. Man.
But to its credit, I feel like it is one of those shows that you genuinely don't know where they're going with it. Like, yes. I have seen a lot of time travel stuff.
Yes,
like one of my favorite genres. And in each show, there's always up to a point where you can safely predict what's going to happen.
You can kind of tell where the end point is.
Exactly, yes. How are they going to solve this issue? Mm-hmm. But I feel like in DarK, you haven't even gone to what the issue even is.
Exactly. And I'm almost at the end of season 1.
I mean, if I told you when you'd find out what the issue is, I don't think you'd believe me. Joking, because that would be a spoiler.
Oh. I got baited. I don't know if you saw the excitement in my eyes.
It's Christmas.
I'm going to know something. Man.
No. Well, let's discuss first of all the time travel rules in DarK so far.
Okay.
Then we can compare it to other shows.
Yeah.
Because DarK is a time travel show.
I think it deserves its own analysis and its own video, right?
Yes. Abdul hasn't finished it yet, but when I finished season 3, I went on to Reddit and YouTube, and there are about, I think, 30 videos just explaining the timeline of DarK. Hey. Just because, for me, DarK does something with time travel that I haven't seen before.
And he saw that and he immediately told me that I have to watch it.
He has to watch it.
I have to watch it. So I've been basically binging it for the past... 3-4 days, I think.
See, he binge watched it for 3-4 days and is on season 1, episode 9. I binge watched it for 3 and 4 days and finished 2 or 3 seasons again. So
I literally feel like I have to lock myself in my house, turn off all my devices of communication. No one can reach me.
Let's not forget it's in German as well.
Exactly.
So you have to read.
Yeah.
So improving our vocab.
Oh, there was a time. So usually whenever I'm watching a show, I can just have it in the background while I'm doing something else and I can passively just listen to it. But I can't do that with German because I don't know German. And I don't like watching shows in...
dubbed.
Yeah, in its unoriginal voice.
Don't you think the German adds to that kind of mystery?
It does. It actually does. I don't know about...
That's the darkness of it.
It definitely makes it a lot more authentic.
Yes, that's the word I would use as well.
Yes.
And DarK. So, the rules of time travel.
Okay.
In DarK. Mm-hmm. So, in season 1, there was time travel.
There was what?
In season 1, what are the rules of time travel?
That's a closed loop.
Whatever happens.
Yeah, whatever happens.
So, you can't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give a really cool example.
A really cool example?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
I said let's. Oh. Okay, so...
Let's say I went back in time, right? That's cool.
Okay.
I can imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're trying to spitball and
No, I'm just trying to think of how would you describe a closed loop time travel thing?
Basically, if I went back in time...
Oh, he went back in time now. That's fine.
Exactly. I'm cool. So if I went back in time to, let's say, when I was living in Nigeria, and I tried doing something to make myself move to America instead, right? The things that I would have ended up doing, thinking that it would help me move to America, would end up leading me to exactly where I am right now. That's a closed loop, right?
It is, but it's also very lame closed loop.
It is quite complicated.
You have access to time travel, and that's what you choose to do. I'm gonna leave.
Let's use pancakes, right? No, I'm not going to use pancakes.
No, go on. Let's see where you're going with this. Let's say I went back in time and tried to kill Hitler.
Okay.
right? And stop him from becoming the man that he ended up becoming. But in the end, I made him the man that he became. Not saying I did not do that. But that is an example of a closed loop, that you cannot change the past. We should just say that.
What?
You can't change the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't change, that's a closed loop.
Or the future.
Or the future, you can't change either.
Basically,
whatever
the
happens
past,
is meant to
the
happen.
past and the future don't even exist.
If you are destined to... What?
The past and the future don't exist in the closed loop. Because they're all intertwined.
Oh, it's a loop. Yeah, I get it. It's okay. Whatever's meant to happen will always happen in DarK. So if let's say in season 1, if a character tries to go back in time to prevent some event from occurring,
the character always went back in time to try and prevent an event from occurring, hence leading to the timeline that they are at right now.
Boom.
So them going back in time is not a way to try and change what's happening or to change the future. It's just following exactly what has happened back then.
that is it.
Which is so mind-blowing, and I think is the most...
That is, I think, the best use of time travel.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
You were comparing it to another TV show.
Yeah, I was going to compare it to Lost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So...
Because Lost, you don't really... I think the big difference between DarK and Lost, first of all, is DarK is primarily a time travel show.
Yes.
Whereas Lost has aspects of time travel in a particular season.
Mm-hmm. I really thought Lost was all about time travel.
Cool.
And he watched it a long time before me.
I've seen it like 10 times.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I've only seen it once. So, because in Lost, there was basically a, spoilers, pause the video or skip to...
Pause the video, watch all 6 seasons of Lost.
and come
then
back
come
to
back.
it. So, in Lost, they're on an island and there's a phenomena that's happening on the island that allows for the possibility of time travel to exist. Right?
Yes.
It's meant to be like some electromagnetic disturbance on the island that allows them to travel through time, right? Up to the point where they were able to harness that electromagnetic force for the use of time travel.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
So it's similar thing, I feel. Again, I'm not sure, they hadn't really explained on it when I've seen it, but I think the same thing is what's happening in DarK, where there's this phenomenon that's occurring
That
in their
allows them
city
to take
that allows them,
advantage.
yeah.
Yes. You will find out.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say anything about that.
Yeah.
But I will compare it to Lost in the sense that Lost also follows the same rule of time travel as whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
That is the main kind of motto of Lost that they use when they time travel, is they cannot change anything.
Yeah.
Which, I'm going to be honest for a second, after having seen DarK now, I've seen a lot of time travel shows like Lost and DarK, 12 Monkeys,
Mm-hmm.
and lots of different time travel movies. This is my favorite use of time travel just because for me it makes the most sense. And it's the most rewarding in a way. We can get into that in a bit if you want.
Okay.
But I feel like whenever we encounter a TV show or a movie with a closed loop,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of having to watch characters try and understand that. Or having to understand that you can't change. You know what I mean? It's futile to see a character go back in time to try and prevent something from happening and then being the cause of it.
Happening.
You can only do that a certain amount of times.
Yes.
Once you've done it too many times, okay, it's a really cool idea. I really like it. But I think you can do more with it.
12 Monkeys.
And DarK later on. Kidding. 12 Monkeys. Let's discuss.
He just spoiled it for me.
I said kidding.
Oh, that doesn't mean you're kidding. That just
Yes,
means
it
you
does.
caught yourself
I
spoiling
didn't.
something
Me?
for me. Oh my god.
Why do you think 12 Monkeys does that?
Because that's exactly what they did. They tried doing the whole, okay, we'll just keep going back in time to try and change this thing, realizing that what they're doing is actually causing it, but still doing the same thing.
But in only certain things. They did kill Hitler in 12 Monkeys.
They did?
Yes. Great episode, by the way. They killed Hitler and then I think someone else rose to power instead. So nothing had actually changed. Which I feel that wouldn't work. But 12 Monkeys takes on the idea that you can't change whatever happened if whatever happened is what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're talking about how DarK rewards is rewarding, like in the sense of time travel.
Yes, without spoiling anything from season 2 and season 3. I will say this to you: season 3 just goes straight to 100.
Okay.
Like, when I rewatched season 1 and 2, I watched season 1 and 2 last year. Waited for season 3 to come out this year. Had forgotten everything about the show. Had to rewatch season 1, 2, and then watch season 3. And I feel like 1 and 2 are quite relaxing in a way, where you can just watch and understand, and oh, this character goes back to the 50s and does this. In season 3, like, you have to have a pen and paper ready, take notes, and then look over the notes after the episode, compare it with other people online, and then make sure on the same page, and then watch the next episode.
It's very funny that you're saying that, because every single person that's told me about this show has said it's basically an assignment. It's a homework.
It is. I actually drew something like to help me after season 2 finished, just so I can like, okay, let me see if I've got this straight.
Yeah.
And then I won't say anything, but season 3, I saw it and I was like, okay, that's all wrong.
Rubbish.
Let's do it again.
Wow.
I genuinely think season 3 is a great season, but it's very different to 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend who is watching it now, and initially he messaged me saying that he was like, yeah, he doesn't see any conclusion in sight. But then he messaged again, I think after maybe watching episode 5 or something, or 6. And then he said, like, oh, it's making sense now.
Of season 3?
Yeah.
I promise you it's not.
He's probably going to message again. Confused.
Because in season 3, there are episodes that are over an hour long.
What?
Yeah. So when I watched the finale of season 3, I had no idea how they were going to end it. So they were like not introducing new things, but it felt like it felt like if you don't watch this show, like if you don't binge watch this show,
you can't
keep up, especially when the pacing is so quick.
Yeah.
Because for me, every episode in season 3 felt like a finale.
Oh
yeah.
Damn. Okay.
For example, you know in 12 Monkeys in season 2,
yeah,
Cassie was pregnant with the witness. That was mind blowing for me. Like my jaw dropped when I watched that.
Yeah.
Nothing, like every episode in season 3 like will have something like that magnified.
I think that makes sense because almost every single one of the characters.
And I'm not saying like pregnancy related.
I know.
I'm just saying like mind blowing.
Yeah.
Not spoiling anything. No one is pregnant on this show.
Now I'm starting to feel like someone is actually pregnant.
Everyone is pregnant on this show.
God.
Jonas is pregnant.
But I feel like
no one's pregnant. Okay.
I feel like the every single character is significant at every level. Like every single one of them, because when they keep going back in time to show them when they were kids, all of them had some kind of interaction with time travel, one way or the other. Like I didn't even remember their names because I'm not even sure if that's who they were when they were younger. It's still a struggle just to keep up with just that.
That's why you need a graph of all their like faces.
Yeah.
I had that when I watched season 1 and 2.
Just have it on your
pause
phone.
it like who this character is. Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's Regina.
It gets confusing.
Okay, wait, where's Noah?
I feel like an aspect of DarK that I really, really enjoy is the fact that in that universe, in that setting, time travel isn't really a secret to those characters, right?
Yes.
When you watch shows like this, primarily it's teenagers or young adults who travel back in time or discover some form of time travel, and they keep it a secret or they tell someone and no one believes them.
Yeah.
Whereas in this show, everyone can go back and forth how they like, and it's refreshing to see in a show actually.
Yeah, it seems more real. Like
Yes,
that's
definitely.
that's the one thing, that especially when okay, so there are no spoilers in this, right?
You can spoil season 1.
Okay, I can
this
spoil.
is like
This
season 1.
is season 1, review.
Yeah.
So when Ulrich goes back in time, gasp. So when he goes back in time and he just goes through, like the tunnel thing, and he finds himself back in time, and then even when Mikhail went back and he realized, oh shit, I'm in 1986. It took him a while. He was in shock for a bit, but that's exactly what should happen. Like, it wasn't like, oh, no, there's no way I went back in time. Oh, I have to tell everyone I went back in time. It was just like, oh like this is actually happening.
Accept
Like,
it now.
what the hell am I meant to do? And when Ulrich went back, he still didn't believe it, but he recognized like, oh, it's like if any of us today went back in time, because time travel is something that's been discussed for years, and they already had. Why are you making that face?
No, I'll tell you afterwards. Go ahead.
Okay, so like if we were able to go back in time and we realize that we are back in time, we would try to change something that we might want to change.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with you.
Like Eric going back and then he realizes, oh shit.
He doesn't freak out.
Yeah, it's just like, so I have a chance to actually kill this guy before he potentially leads to the kidnapping of my brother and my son, right? And yeah, I just really enjoy it. Even Jonas as well, like when he was following the map and everything. One thing I don't like about Jonas's character is he's so silent. I don't even know.
Stoic.
I really don't know what his voice even sounds like.
Stoic,
Trying to think of it. Yeah.
No,
And he's traumatized still, kind of, right? Because of his dad.
Because of his dad. I know. I will say this. I don't think it's going to be a big spoiler for you, but you did mention how the character Ulrich, when he goes back in time, he doesn't freak out or anything. There are characters who
do
time travel and don't know how to react.
Yeah.
And it really, when you watch it, you just think, honey, please.
Okay.
Behave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of which character that could be. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if, what's his name? Okay, another prediction. Two predictions.
What was the first one? The future thing.
What was the future then?
You said that there might be in the future.
Yeah, that there will be people from the future coming back.
People in the future coming back?
Yeah.
Okay.
To influence the present.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice theory.
So I think Noah is either... Look, I think... But what's his name? Well, let me guess, they haven't even shown Noah.
What?
They haven't even shown him besides the form he already existed. He's such a confusing character. He reminds me of, you know, the person in 12 Monkeys that was just always there? The guy with the hat.
With the hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were you saying with, who do you think Noah is?
I think he's either... Is it Bastos? Bartos. Either Bartos is Noah or Bartos is Yorick. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Like, why are their names changing? Ugh, man, I give up. This is why I don't even...
I tell you, the thing is, I could tell you right now the answers that you want, and you wouldn't believe me.
Can you tell me I'm wrong or I'm right?
Do you actually want me to tell you? That's the question.
We'll bleep this part out, but if I'm predicting it already, it's already in my head. Like, even if it's happening, I might not see it coming. Just because I know doesn't mean I know how it happened. Yeah. Just like Mikhail being, you know, this guy's dad. Or Michael, yeah. Am I wrong?
Yes.
I'm wrong?
Yes.
Fuck you.
I wish it was that simple.
Oh my god.
Because that would make sense in the universe of DarK, where, this character is really mysterious, so he must be connected in some way, and he's only talking to this one character. So he just must be him from the future.
It wouldn't even make sense. No, it wouldn't make sense that Noah was Bartos because I don't think anyone has interacted with themselves from the past, as far as I've seen. What a good poker face, right?
I just made sure I was still in frame.
Yeah, of course.
No one has interacted with themselves in the past. You're right.
Back to everyone having some kind of interaction with time travel, like Regina's mom. I don't remember her name. Claudia. She met her dog again after she lost her when she was
in the 1950s.
Yeah. So she already started having some suspicion towards that, and I feel like she also has a huge role to play because you see her in the room with all the faces and all the pictures tied to each other. So I think she realizes what is happening at the nuclear power plant.
What is happening with the nuclear power plant?
That's why I don't know. Otherwise, that would be the end point for it.
You think that's the end point?
I think so.
Or the beginning?
No, I think it's the endpoint.
How can there be an endpoint if it's a loop?
True. Because from what I've seen, the nuclear power plants were started by, this guy.
Yes.
Doppler, Helge's father. Yeah. So he started the plant, but I don't know why he started it. But it seemed like his motivation was genuinely energy. But
he doesn't really have like a reason. I just think he just wanted to start a plant.
Yeah, so if the plant was just started and it happened to be built on the site where that thing existed, then it couldn't have been the beginning. If it was the beginning, then it have been someone from the future who had already known that this thing exists, goes back in time to ensure that the plant gets created and like motivates Helge's father in some way to create it.
Okay. Why?
Yeah,
go
on.
Oh, I feel like you're gonna vent.
No, I was going to say, I'm making all these assumptions and then it's just like, it's just air. But
I can't say anything.
True.
You don't know how much I want to say stuff. This is killing me on the inside. and whenever we watched any shows that have a closed loop,
mm-hmm.
apart from Lost, because Lost wasn't really a loop in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 Monkeys.
Yes.
In 12 Monkeys, I couldn't predict the ending.
You couldn't.
Because it wasn't. Spoilers, he paradoxes himself in every timeline. I couldn't predict that.
Yeah.
So what do you...
I feel like that is such a Deus Ex Machina though.
Well, the thing is, in 12 Monkeys, they established that, which is different to... Is it? The thing in 12 Monkeys is they established that you can't interact with anything from your own past, right? Like if something is the same, if I have like a coin and I go back in time and I interact with the same coin, it creates a paradox and it explodes, right? They established that in the very first episode.
Okay, that's true.
So which is what I liked about the ending of 12 Monkeys, because they built on that. DarK hasn't established anything like that yet, and it seems like it's all a closed loop. So where do you see the end point of DarK being? Big brain time now.
Just because it's a show, I would like to think the end point is now.
Now is in the point of season 1 where you're watching?
Yeah.
Or the present?
Yeah, the present.
So you would be happy with the show ending and the loop just keeps on repeating?
I would not be happy with that, no.
So that's what I'm asking you.
No.
How would you be happy? How would the show end then? Because the way they presented DarK is they try and go back in time to prevent something from happening, and it always keeps happening.
Not necessarily. At least at the point where I'm at. Mikhail went back by accident, as far as we know.
What is the main plot right now in season 1?
Children are going missing. People are appearing in the past. And there's a time travel tunnel in the cave.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because...
Yeah.
The only person who has gone back intentionally, or with an intention, was Ulrich. And even when Jonas went back, he realized, he can't he shouldn't do anything that he wants to necessarily. So he goes back to the present, and they haven't shown him since. They just showed when he met up with his mom, and that was it.
I don't remember season 1 being this slow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. But you binged everything, so there probably was some mixing.
Because nothing has happened.
Basically, yeah.
There is no overarching plot yet.
There is the time guy though, the watch guy, the watchmaker.
The watch guy.
The watchmaker.
What's happened with him?
So when he was younger, he met Ulrich and he found his phone.
Yes.
And he found the jacket as well. And he ends up being the one to create the time machine device thing that the person who calls himself the traveler from the future has with him, which is why I think there's going to be future events happening, future interactions with the future right now. So there is someone from the future already.
Okay, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I felt like he was Jonas. Like I thought he
Time
was,
traveler?
yeah.
Okay.
But then again, he interacts with himself, so that kind of, I don't know, because even Michael, I don't know if he ever interacted with Michael, even though they were basically in the same time. Like he
Just
must have
different.
seen himself be conceived because his child ended up being best friends with that family.
Is that
So,
something you would like to see? Would you want to see, say, flashbacks of Michael seeing Mikkel?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
might happen.
Okay.
It might not.
But yeah, so far season 1, apparently they haven't given anything away. But I think there's a lot that they can build on. And this show reminds me so much of other shows like Man in the High Castle, 12 Monkeys, and Lost. Like elements of them, but they're doing such an amazing job with the script, the acting, the
The
storyline.
casting blows my mind in
Yeah.
DarK, how they cast the previous young
Versions
and
of
old
them. I'm like,
versions.
that is actually how when she was young. That is actually how when she was 5 years old. How did time travel to get?
Maybe they did.
Maybe they did. Maybe they figured out time travel and now they're using it for.
Okay, now we're on conspiracy theories.
Cinematic gain.
Of DarK.
Like yes, you find out about time travel and you decide to make a TV show about it. That's what anyone would do, right?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I was being sarcastic.
Oh. No, if you invent time travel, keep it to yourself.
Probably, yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Nothing good can come of it.
But yeah. Also, another thing I really appreciate about it so far is the music. The music and the way they end the episodes.
I actually have some songs from season 2 on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
They're really,
It's-
really, really good.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Especially like when the show is ending and then they do this like side by side clips of like old them and then present them, and it's just amazing. It's amazing. I sense chills, and
This is what you're feeling now, which is great. This is nice to see.
because then it goes up
Because
from
it
there.
only goes up.
Oh yeah, when Jonas found out that Martha is his aunt, right? Oh my god, that was just
Yeah. I can't say anything without spoiling.
yeah.
So I'm not going to say anything, but who else do you think time travels?
Oh, you mean that's currently there? Like who else I think is going to
It's
time
going
travel?
to season 2, maybe season 3.
I think so. Jonas already did. Ulrich did. Who else is there? Katerina
So
is
do you
there.
think Katerina will time travel, or Hannah will time travel, or any of the kids will time travel? Do you think anyone from the past will time travel?
Okay, I think
Do you think no one else will time travel and that's it?
Bartos will.
Because of Noah?
No.
Just because of...
Oh, because of his interaction with Noah, yes.
Noah.
Yeah. But that seems so predictable, and this show is on anything but predictable so far. Who else do I think? I think Alexander is a time traveler.
Okay.
I think he's a time traveler. But it's kind of like obvious because of the way they introduced him. If he is, then it's kind of obvious. What else? Oh, I think Claudia will as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think Regina as well. And Hannah? I don't think Hannah will. I don't know.
Cool. I'm not going to say
Yes or no?
anything, but some of what you said can be true. Some of what you said is definitely not true. Cool. Good review.
Oh my god. Also, okay, one prediction that I did get right was that Matt was one of the kids that was found. Yeah. So
I think
saw that
everyone.
coming.
I think everyone saw that coming. No.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Something special over here.
But okay, wait.
It's only in the show that they didn't see it coming because they didn't make the link.
Yeah, between someone that went missing 3 years ago being a child now.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But there is something that is very, very, very what's it called? Something that's plaguing my mind, which is the facility that they have, where they have the kids, where they put
the bunker
machine
in the 80s.
Sorry? We don't know if it's in the 80s.
Cool.
He just spoiled it. So the facility.
Which 80s?
You can't save it.
Which
You can't
80s?
save it. You
The
can't
1980s?
save it.
Or the 1880s? Or the 2080?
You can't save it.
You
It's already
find a
passed.
way.
It didn't really spoil anything.
No, because you can kind of predict that anyway, can't you?
That always existed.
Have you seen the bunker in the present day? You have, right?
I mean, when Eric went missing, yes.
Yeah, so you knew it wasn't then.
Yeah.
And you've only seen 3 time periods.
Yeah.
So it has to be one of the other 2.
I mean...
So I don't spoil anything.
Yeah, it doesn't really spoil anything, but they
go.
haven't shown it in the other time periods.
But you can make that assumption. You're a smart boy, Abdul. Very smart boy.
He's really trying to save it.
No.
He's
Listen,
really trying to save it.
If there are 3 time periods, they show you a bunker with wallpaper. They show you present day bunker with no wallpaper. Right? Where is that bunker? What? Did I spoil something?
Holy shit.
What?
Yes, you did.
What?
Oh,
What? Cut this all out.
I thought the bunker where Eric was present day.
Who's Eric?
The red-haired kid that was a friend of theirs that went missing.
Yeah?
It wasn't present day.
Interesting.
He just told me it wasn't the... So...
No, they have shown...
No,
wait.
Because I didn't make the connection
That's
yet.
that's on you.
They
They have
haven't
shown
made
the bunker
connection.
present day, season 1.
They haven't shown you that it's the bunker though.
No,
All they
you can
show-
make that. You have to look around and know that.
It's just because you said it now that I was like,
So
oh,
I made
because
that
they have
I made that connection.
They
in
are
season
gonna,
1.
they are gonna still
I made
show
that
it.
connection in season
They're gonna
1.
still make it
No,
obvious
then
that
no.
it is.
No, that's it now.
He's just trying so hard not to be a spoiler, but
Me?
he actually is. He has a terrible poker face and he just spoils everything. When Katerina? No, not
Katerina
Katerina.
kills Martha. Kidding.
No, and that was obviously a lie. When Katerina, not Katerina, the other girl, the other one that works with Ulrich, the policewoman. Charlotte. When she goes into that place next to the cottage where Helge always goes to, and then she found the wallpaper on the ground, and now that you said it, I was
didn't
just like,
spoil anything.
You did.
How is that a spoiler?
Because-
you meant to have known that already.
Because why did she find it, and why did she have a reaction to seeing it? Because she
she's
didn't know what it
investigating.
was.
Yeah, what
She
is it?
doesn't
She's
know
like,
it
what
was.
is this? Why is this here?
But it's like, holy shit. So basically...
One question.
Okay.
Question. This is all spoiler. Do you know if Helge has any kids?
No, we don't know if Helge has any kids.
Cool. Do you know if anyone's related to Helge?
I think so. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Helge, Doppler. Is he related? Wait.
No, I'm confused.
Yeah. Nielsen.
No, forget the question. We're talking about the wallpaper thing.
Yeah.
She's a police officer, so that would be suspicious. Why would there be wallpaper in a bunker?
But it wasn't like wallpaper. I saw the wallpaper that she picked out and I was like, that looks very familiar, but where have I seen it?
That's on you, my friend. When I saw that scene, I was like, holy shit. Bleep that up, please.
But what if like the wallpaper just got like, what if they
that's
took
also
it
a
there?
possibility.
Or what if the bunker hadn't yet been made and it was in the future?
That could also be a thing.
Yeah, but no, that doesn't make sense.
Not at all.
That doesn't make sense. Like it's covered in dirt and it looks very So it's also the same place that Regina's mother. Oh,
Interesting.
is it?
Is it?
No, I don't think so.
Is it not?
Fuck.
Or is it? That is a good poker face, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
I don't think it is. And also, oh man.
Because if what you're saying is Regina's mother has photos of everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say that's in the bunker, then where does that make sense chronologically speaking?
No, the bunker is after, like way after. Like her being there is way after.
So you think that view of Claudia is in distant future?
I think it's in the future.
Interesting.
Yeah. And and that means Helge was involved in the creation of the bunker, because he was there in 1950 whatever when there was nothing there, and then he's been involved in, you know, connected in one way or the other to the kids going missing. And yes.
Do you know whose bunker it is?
No.
Cool. That was a close one. I was about to just say it. Whoa. That was a good save, right?
Yeah. I mean, oh my god.
This is so stressful for me.
It's so confusing.
Please watch the show, hurry up.
Yeah, we'll have to record it again when I watch it, because this is not very, like, beneficial.
I'm just confused now. What happened in season 1? It feels like nothing happened.
What? Wait. Why was Noah in the bunker cleaning blood from it? Why did Helge have a dead child that had his face?
What? Helge had what?
He had a dead kid. There was a dead kid that was in some kind of, you know, like covered in some cloth or whatever, and he had the eyes burnt out as well. And Helge was like, you know, sad, and he had to. He seemed like he's the cleanup guy, type of thing. And then Noah was in the bunker, like just brushing off the thing with the inscription of the whole, you know, was it?
I can't say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say a spoiler, but I did find a spoiler because I saw the episode name and it was in Latin, I think, and then I decided to go and Google it, and then, yeah.
So what is it?
Basically, like an order of a group of time travelers from as far back as the 20s or something.
This in the show?
No.
Or like in real life?
No, it was describing it from the show. It said that name is
Sigmundus.
Yeah, Sigmundus, yeah. Is a group of time travelers. It's about a group of time travelers.
So what do you think the whole Noah in the bunker? Who's the villain of the show?
I don't fucking
Is
know.
there a villain language? Is there a villain of this show? Family friendly content.
Oh, my channel is not family friendly. It's not going to be family friendly. I've been trying, but nah, I can't. It. I think there is a villain, because why else would people be carrying out experiments with children and then ending up killing them and then just sending them into the future for someone else to take care of?
What if that was always meant to happen?
It doesn't mean it's right.
No.
Yeah.
But if that's what's meant to happen, it doesn't matter if it's wrong or right. That has to happen.
So basically, just because there were
Just
kids that
happened,
ended up with their eyes burnt out, they
means
had
they have
to
always
be kids that end up with it. And whoever knows about that has to make sure that it happens. Or whoever knows about it has to
so
make
you're
sure
saying that
they
someone
don't interfere with it.
Someone over has authority and who's like sending everyone on their way to do this.
No.
So there is no villain.
I think there is. The people that were doing the experiments in the first place. Because, first of all, the kids were disappearing from present day time into the past, as we
apart from
Mads. Who is Max?
Mads.
Oh, Mads.
Yeah. He disappeared in the 80s.
Yeah. Oh. That's true. So what the is happening? That's why
that is the show. You should cut that out, put that as your intro for the show.
So he disappears from present day time and appears in the past.
Oh, he's already appeared?
I think so.
Okay.
At least that's my own, you know, from what I've seen, you know, when Ulrich goes back and there
Oh
are
yes,
two
and he
boys
sees two
missing.
bodies. In
Yeah,
the...
and one of them is like a bit tanner, Mediterranean. They don't exactly say it's him, but
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
assuming it's him. So he goes from the future to the past.
Yeah.
Matt goes from the past to the future. Mikkel goes back in time, but he doesn't get kidnapped or used for the
Mikhail
experiment.
can't get kidnapped because he always grows up to be Jonas's father.
So
he's kind of exempt from that rule.
So is he the only one? Because no one else seems privy to the whole time travel thing.
Who?
Michael.
Ooh.
Because they didn't really show anything about him while he was Michael. They just showed him hanging himself. That was it. They didn't really show him talking, you know, he was writing the letter and everything. That was it.
You're on... Okay.
So I'm kind of on the right track.
No.
Is that because they're trying not to spoil something?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god, but yeah, I mean...
No, what I will say is this, is that if your view of thinking is, so far Mikhail is the odd one out because of these situations, that is way too simple for this show.
I don't think he's the odd one out. I think there are other people from the future that have come to live in the past, and there are other people from the past that have come to live in the future, but trying to figure out who they are is difficult.
So do you think there are characters that are related?
Related? What do you mean?
Like, if you say, like, this person goes back to the past and then he has a kid and that kid grows up to be someone else that we already know. So you think they could
We don't know.
What?
Oh yeah, grow up to someone that we already know. Yes.
So you're saying,
yes.
so is that what you think?
Yes. Yes.
So who do you think could be related?
Right now, I don't know. Right now, it's so vague. It's so vague. But I think that's why my friend keeps telling me everything is connected. I think it's just a huge incestuous town where everyone is going back and, you know, blipping younger versions of their current grandmothers and creating their child's best friend. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Something like
For
that.
sure.
It has to be something like that.
That is this show, in a nutshell.
Can't be anything else. And I think that's the whole purpose of their time travel.
What? Make condoms.
You feel like...
What?
You feel like what?
No, I said like they should just make condoms.
No, you were
The
going to say
purpose
something else.
No, I said the purpose of time travel was to make condoms.
I don't think so.
Because that would prevent all this, if what you're saying is true.
I don't think so.
Do you think they use condoms in the show?
No. Clearly not.
Clearly not. That's a bad move. If time travel is involved, always use a condom.
Fam.
Always use a condom if time travel is involved. Just to play it safe.
You don't want to
You don't
be your
know
own
what you're
grandfather.
gonna make. Oh man.
Because even Katerina told Ulrich, never having kids, no children, use a condom. They had 3 children.
One of whom. Do you realize at this point that what Hannah did to Katerina, she slept with her husband and her kid?
Wait. Hannah. Yes.
Jonas's mom,
Yes.
slept with Ulrich, right?
Yes.
They're having an affair.
Yeah.
Ulrich is Katerina's husband.
Yes.
Mikhail is
Yes.
Katerina's son.
So...
Man, what were you guys thinking when you made this show? Look what you've done to him. This is season 1, Abdul.
Hannah slept with Ulrich, who is Mikkel. So she slept with both father and son.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm so confused, man.
I'm gonna say, if you're having problems with this, maybe you shouldn't carry on watching.
So Hannah,
Yeah.
she meets Michael.
Yeah.
when he travels back in time.
Yeah.
They end up together, they grow up, and then she still has a crush on Ulrich, and then Michael is her husband who gives birth to her son Jonas, but then she's still f***ing Ulrich who gives birth to Michael. What? Anyways, yeah, so what else? Yeah, I was saying that the people doing those experiments, like, what are they doing it for? That we don't even know that yet. Why do they keep, like, why is it burning their eyes and busting their eardrums? Are they dosing them with a huge amount of electromagnetic energy that is trying to make them time travel, but instead it just kills them? Or it does time travel them, but it kills them in the process and they don't realize that, so they just keep doing it?
Thing is, I know the answer, right?
Yeah.
I can't even formulate the words to explain the answer to you. I'm trying to in my head. Like, how would I go about explaining what they were doing in the bunker?
Cause
I feel like this whole video is just you having a breakdown.
Cause Yasin appeared there,
Right?
didn't he? He did.
Where?
In the bunker. He woke up. Okay, he didn't appear there, but he woke up there.
I honestly don't remember seeing that. Okay.
Yeah, he woke up there, and I remember seeing, or a kid woke
With
up
this
there.
wallpaper.
Yeah, and
All
the
right,
chair
yeah,
was there.
Yep. Okay.
And I was like, how is she gonna fit there? Because it looked like the thing was set for a adult size person.
Okay, so I have a question for you. This might hurt your brain. You are telling me that you don't know the purpose of this whole machine thing, what they're doing, and you're saying maybe it's to create time travel or something like that. Why would they use that machine to create time travel if they're kidnapping kids already from the future?
Maybe because they are dumb and they think those kids have like some special kind of, ability
Are
to
we
time
talking
travel.
about supernatural levels of...
That is not supernatural. They seem too reasonable. So
Do you think that's going to happen in the show?
supernatural?
Yeah.
Some supernatural. I get a feeling because it's kind of like I was getting the feeling of Lost because it's a phenomenon. Like it's a
Lost had aspects of
supernatural,
like separate to
from the time travel.
separate to the scientific explanations. But DarK so far has been about scientific.
Noah is a priest though.
Okay, is that a cover, or is he actually a priest?
I think it's a cover.
Okay, so who cares if he's a priest then?
I mean, what if he sees them as like angels,
Children
from
of God.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how he sees them. But they're probably not. So you think it's just coincidence?
Yeah.
But
Because
then the reason why they're using the machine can't be to create time travel then, can it? Because they're getting kids from the future already.
But then there had to be like, maybe it was them doing this that led to the phenomena that happened in the. No, but the bunker is so far away from it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because also, what's her name? Regina's mom, Claudia?
Yeah.
Not Claudia.
Yeah, Claudia.
Not Regina's mom, I mean.
Okay.
Egon Tiedman, his wife.
In the 50s?
Yeah.
Okay.
His wife in the 50s. And then there was the Nielsen's that came, right?
Yep. This is the point where I get my graph out.
Oh god.
Yep, I'm with you. Yep.
Okay, so the Nielsen's came and she didn't have her husband. It was just
She
her.
didn't.
It was just
She
her
didn't.
and Ulrich's father,
Yeah.
her son. And then did she end up having an affair with Egon Tiedman? Okay, they haven't shown that. I'm assuming that that's what ends up happening. But where was I even going with this? Where was I just lost. Wait, how did we start this? She said her husband was a pastor.
Okay.
So I'm thinking there's some kind of connection
So you
there.
think her husband is Noah?
And or someone related to him, because she
Because
said
the priest thing carries down
not
generations.
just that, but she said he wasn't a good man. And Noah doesn't seem like a good man to me.
I disagree.
Why?
I think he's alright.
Is that just threw me off or something?
No, I just think he's okay.
Oh, okay.
I feel like in shows like this, where because it's a closed loop, you genuinely
it's
can't
not
tell
good or
who's good or
bad,
bad
yeah.
because you don't know
Everything
if
just
everything's
happens.
happening because
Yeah.
they have to happen or if someone else is telling them they have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an interesting connection you brought up
Yeah.
about Ulrich's grandmother's husband.
And also Helge said, obviously he had dementia, right?
Yeah.
And he keeps waking up and saying, I have to stop him, I have to stop him. You know, tick, 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 tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. And I was thinking he meant he has to stop Ulrich from going back to try
Beating himself up
yeah, try beating him up.
in the 50s.
Yeah, because if he did, then he wouldn't have ended up
Have
in
you
the
seen
bunker.
how they go back in time?
Through the corridor.
Yeah.
Through the.
Have you seen him come out?
Who?
Helge.
No.
Okay.
No.
So,
And I didn't see how he went in.
okay.
Because it seemed like he went in through a different
So I have
way.
a question.
Yeah.
It's not really a spoiler.
Okay.
Time travel in DarK is primarily, from what we've seen so far, primarily by using the cave system.
Yeah.
So
Which is quite primitive if you ask me. But yeah,
okay.
we're not cavemen anymore.
That was bad. So bad. There's a door in the cave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's not primitive. Doors aren't primitive.
Have you seen how the door looks?
Yeah,
It's like
no-
it's made from some terrible
no,
quality
cave,
metal.
No, yeah, metal. Cave didn't have
Or even
metal.
rock.
No rock, it's metal.
Okay, it's metal.
Yeah.
I'm sure even a caveman could,
Oh,
craft metal.
From what?
No, just bend it
Oh, just with the hands. Oh yeah,
strength.
yeah. Okay. I don't know what I'm
Caveman
saying.
system. They
no,
were
not
they were
caveman.
going through the cave.
Yes, the cave. So
system. Caveman
Okay, shut up. So time travel exists primarily by using the cave system.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen Ulrich and Helge go back in time. It seems like this is not spoiling anything or saying anything, but it seems like it's very, very difficult to find the
place.
cave system
Yeah.
accidentally.
It's very difficult to find accidentally, yes.
So do you think...
Ulrich has gone back before.
No, because Ulrich followed Helge,
Oh, yeah.
so that he knows.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did Mikkel end up back in time then?
Who's Mikkel?
Great.
That was exactly what I was saying.
Yeah?
Not even just Mikkel, the kids that end up just going missing. Because
Oh.
it seemed like they were getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
But it always happened.
Didn't spoil anything, right? Okay, cool.
But you kind of gave me a revelation.
Right, go on. Please.
It always
share.
happened when there was the flickering of the lights, which is when it indicates that someone is using the cave system. So, doesn't that mean someone had to have come back to take them in time? But then if they do, then where is that person when they end up finding themselves there? And how come the other people that got missing ended up in the bunker, but then Mikkel didn't? And yeah, because they have to use it. Like Mikkel didn't just accidentally end up in the past. He didn't just accidentally, in that brief moment when they were running away from the cave.
Yeah, end up through the cave.
Is there another entrance?
Oh. Can I answer that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of what you've been kind of saying and theorizing will be answered.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're the kind of person who hates things that are open-ended or left unanswered.
Unexplained. Yeah.
What things in DarK would annoy you
If they don't explain it.
if they don't explain it? Because I've seen the show.
Yeah.
So there are a few things that go unexplained,
Really?
but they're either comic relief things that don't matter to the plot, or
Yeah.
just insignificant or funny or.
Okay, so what things would annoy me if they didn't?
I suppose it's difficult to answer because you haven't really
Exactly,
seen much.
anything, yeah.
Okay, how about this? Where do you think this show is going? So you've said that you've looked up and you know that there's like a secret organization
Of time
of
travelers.
time travelers.
Yeah.
Do you think they will be featured heavily? Do you think the members are people you've already seen? Do you think they are the villains? Do you think the goal is to save them from something? Or do you think there's something else is going on in the show?
There's a lot of questions. That's because okay, obviously we know Noah is involved in it, and then Noah met with Bartos, and Bartos didn't say anything about their meeting after. He hasn't really necessarily acted differently, per se. So I don't know. I really can't even think of what their role could be. The group of time travelers. I think maybe one, way of looking at it is that their mission is to destroy time travel.
That was kind of what happened in 12 Monkeys in a way.
Kind of.
The villain of the show was time itself
Mm-hmm.
in a way that they had to try and undo everything that they'd already done.
Yeah.
When I started watching DarK, I was afraid they were going down the same road.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it would be necessarily a bad thing,
But it would just be
it'd
boring
been
to
done,
see the same thing
because
again.
we'd seen it already. Yes.
I have no clue, man.
The thing is, this is how you're feeling during season 1.
I have no clue. I'll finish everything this week. In the next 3 days, I should finish everything.
Cool. I hope this doesn't put anyone off.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. You should. This should be exciting
I
to
love.
become like this, and then become like this when you've seen all of it.
I will say, like, I'm very, very impressed by the show right now. It's one of the there are very few shows that hold up on every front: plot, acting, storytelling, music,
casting.
cinematography. Just even I was saying the colors that they use in certain scenes just make you feel a certain way about it. The whole I love time travel. I'm obsessed with time travel and parallel universes and all of that. So any movie or TV show that has anything to do with that, I'm instantly going to be on it. And if they're doing it well, even better. So yeah, if you're thinking of watching it, you definitely should. I don't know why a lot of people aren't talking about it, but it should be up there. It should be up there in, one of the really.
It should. I genuinely don't know why it's not.
Yeah.
I think maybe because it's German.
That's true, actually.
I feel like the language barrier might put some people off.
But then people watch La Casa de Papel.
Okay, I will say this about DarK. It is a very confusing show.
It
right?
is.
Not everyone is up for that.
Yeah, that is true, because I've had some people say that, like, some people messaged me when they saw that I put up on my story that I was watching it, and they were like, oh, what did I think of it? They tried the first few episodes and they just couldn't get into it. And for me, I had just started, that was just episode 1. After the first few episodes, I was hooked. I was so invested because it's kind of, you can tell there's so much room for them to build. My mind is already racing with different theories, possibilities, and if none of the theories I'm thinking of is right, then they won me over. Because they shouldn't be predictable. Like, they should do something like that I wouldn't be able to think of.
Yeah, yes and no. I feel like if you...
But still within the realms of,
What happened with Star Wars. They try and subvert your expectations and create something that no one would predict.
Yeah.
But that's a bad...
It can
be
bad.
very bad. If you do it in a way that's unpredictable but also makes sense and is realistic,
exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
DarK does that very well.
Because, like, I already know about closed time loops of, Like
we are experts now.
Yeah.
We have seen all the shows.
Almost all. And yeah, we need to make a video about that actually.
About time travel in general.
Time travel in general, time travel movies, TV shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to see that,
No.
give him a call. I'll put his number on the screen at the bottom. He's usually awake between 3 and 6 a.m. I think is the right time. I would probably call 4 or 5 times. If he doesn't answer, that's fine. Keep going, because you know he's a busy man. But he is awake.
Just say my phone is...
Email him as well. I'll put an email down below. I'll have the university email as well. Instagram DM, Instagram WhatsApp call. Yeah.
Don't do any of that.
Fax. I'll get you a fax machine.
Messenger pigeon.
Messenger pigeon. You can do pigeons.
Yeah.
In Cyprus, it's a little bit difficult.
Why?
Because we have viewers from all over the world.
No, we have pigeons here.
That's not what my point is. Whoa.
I still don't know what the problem is.
I mean, like, a pigeon come from like England to Cyprus is difficult.
Is it?
Just yeah, across the ocean and everything. It's long to
Where
travel.
else do pigeons come from? How did they get to Cyprus?
Okay, I'm saying like it's hard. Don't attach messages to a pigeon to travel it like thousands of kilometers to Cyprus. Send a fax. Send it by post as well if you really want a handwritten thing. Send it by post.
So you'd rather a human being be the one to do it?
We shouldn't enslave pigeons to do our dirty work for us.
Ah, here's a very, very good point to drop some vegan propaganda.
I'll leave.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Hashtag tweet, fax his Instagram, or call on Facebook. Can you call on Facebook nowadays? Snapchat us, and we'll get back to you and make a video on time travel.
Pardon him, guys. He's from the past.
That was horrible. That was
That
horrible.
was good. That was good.
If I was from the past, Abdul, how would I know about Snapchat and Facebook and all these things?
Because now you're in the present.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh my god. Time travel is confusing. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and see you in the next video. I hate doing outros now. I hate
Why?
doing outros. I don't know. They just...
You
I'd
never
rather
want
it
it to
just
end.
ends
You never want it to
naturally.
end. No, it carries on going forever and ever.
No, like just
We go
want it
from
to
this
just end.
dark
Like
dark
as we're
vlog.
saying this right now.
No.
Just cut the video
No,
right
no,
here.
no.
Just cut it.
No. It goes from dark to
And
then
cut.
to no. Wait, let me finish.